Hello, कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? How are you? How have all you all been? And my name is Paramshu and welcome to this feed. And today it is called a rhythm. Rhythm का मतलब यानी कि of course I suppose you guys understand the meaning of rhythm. Now, first time on this feed, I'd like to welcome you all and I'd like to say thank you for joining in today. And today we've got an artist. She's resides in Melbourne, and her name is Kavita Kalyan. Now I'll leave all the other introductions for her because some questions are for her. And I think if I tell everything, that'll spoil everything. So welcome everybody. Please do share this feed and create the awareness. Basically, our Fiji Indians around the globe and of course the artists around Fiji would get to know who an artist is. That's primarily the main reason for this interview. Now, if you are first time on this page, please subscribe. Press the subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching it, and the like page on top of there, and then it'll be nice. So any thing that I put from here, you'd be able to see. So congratulations and thank you to this person who's going to join me. Her name is Kavita Kalyan and she resides in Sydney, Australia. So do share this feed amongst your family and friends as I welcome her. Hello, Madam Ji, कैसे हैं आप? How are you?
Hello, कैसे है परम?
Now, how is Kavita today?
Kavita is good, yes.
Yes. What's been happening? I haven't seen you for a while. I haven't got in touch with you for a while. I think it's about a couple of years now, 2 years when we last met, maybe more.
That's right.
2018, 16 or something.
Yes, I think it could have been more if it wasn't for lockdown.
Yes,
And
of course. Of course. And how have you been keeping? How's things over there?
yeah, not too bad. It's a beautiful weather today in Melbourne.
Yes.
So we don't get that very often, but it's starting to get nice. And
Yes.
we have some restrictions, but not as many at the moment.
So not as bad as Sydney at the moment, I believe.
At the moment, yes, I know you guys are going through some lockdowns at the moment.
Yes. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kavita. And Kavita Kalyan is basically now, Kavita, you from Fiji?
I am, well, my parents are from Fiji. I was born here.
Okay, because someone said, is she from India? I said, no, I'm pretty sure she's from Fiji.
Yeah, from Fiji. Yep.
Yes. Which you're born here, but which part of the Fiji is your parents from?
Suva.
Oh, Suva. So you're Suva girl. But you don't know anything about Fiji, I suppose.
I know a lot about Fiji. What do you mean?
No, being born here. So you're very much accustomed to Fiji Indian, yeah?
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
I mean, हम हिंदी में बात करता है सबके साथ, and हिंदी में गाना गाता है, and obviously we used to go to Fiji a lot, so I know about Fiji and the culture.
So you are very much Indian Fijian at heart, huh?
Very much so, probably more than my friends that was born in Fiji.
Okay. So you've kept the custom going, eh? That's good. Now, thank you for joining me today, and it's an honor to have you. And a wonderful artist like you is always good to touch and base with. And now, tell the audience a little bit, because I thought I'll leave the questions for you to answer. Now, who is Kavita? A bit about yourself, because I'm not going to ask reading questions. I usually don't ask any leading questions.
Okay.
Just like, some people ask stupid questions, but myself is all I say is tell us about yourself, who you are, whatever you wanna tell the audience, so they get to know you because I've seen your songs, and one that particularly picks out is the Dheere Dheere song, which I loved it. It's really well done, but we'll talk about that later. But now let me tell me, who is Kavita? I mean, tell a little bit about yourself
Wow, I
apart
don't
from
really
music.
talk about myself very often. But first, I'd like to say thank you so much, Param, for having me on the show. And I'd like to thank everybody that's come online to listen to us today. Welcome. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. About myself, well, what can I say? I'm married. I've got a little girl. And
What's her name? What's her name?
Gia, her name is Gia.
Jia.
She,
Okay, Jia Kalyan. Yeah.
that's right, yeah. And we've been doing music for a long time. I think when, like, as you mentioned, I was born here. So when my parents came here, I think they used music as a way to keep us, connected to the Indian culture. So we did a lot of band shows, things like that, growing up. And my parents put me in performing in Diwali functions and like things like that growing up, so that I would keep connected to it. And then once I married my husband, he's a tabla player, and
And
it's
he's a
just
musician as well.
he's a musician. Yeah, so
Okay.
for me, it became really easy to continue that journey.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and we both got really stuck into ghazal at one point because we absolutely love ghazal. That is our um, like our main interest in music. But we obviously we love Bollywood as well. So I can see a lot of people around the globe love Bollywood. So I try to do more so what people love and what they like to hear. But my heart is with Ghazal.
Okay. Now, I mean, a lot. We must say that your parents played a part in. So, घर के अंदर जो music बजते थे, like at home, did you had that Indian environment at home for you to pick up the music?
Yes, definitely. My dad was a harmonium player, or is a
Okay.
harmonium player. He played guitar as well, and he was also running a school for music for free, like what is it, a school, yeah, for kids. And
Mm.
my mom is also a Lok-Git singer, so she
Okay, so you
performs.
grew up amongst your
Yeah,
family with music around you.
that's
Okay.
right, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
was very
how did you get into music? Like apart from that, how did you actually start? Where's the start point?
the starting point was when I was in grade two, so I think how
Grade
old I
two. That's like what class? यहाँ पे what is it? Class 7, 6 in Fiji, something like that. 7.
was.
Sorry, yeah. No, no, hang
That
on. Class 2. Grade 2 is class 2, isn't it?
I'm not sure. That was my first time performing
So
on
you
stage.
must have been a little girl back then.
I was a little girl, that's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that was my first time performing, and I did a kirtan, and that
Ah,
was
okay, so you started singing from the age of 7 or 8.
7 or 8. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay.
My parents were very encouraging. They always, any
Yeah,
chance they got, they would make me perform, learn, and
yeah.
yeah, even create platforms for me. So if there's nowhere to perform, they would organize Bollywood concerts, for me
So
to.
you were one of those ones who, the matakke, chatakke, the little kids are cute, no? I mean, I'm just saying, so chatakke, hambi manta guy kind of thing, Did you do things like that? Like excitement was building up.
Maybe. I was a very shy kid, actually.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's not like I wanted to go on stage, but I loved music. And
Yeah,
this was a great, great outlet for me. And I think because my parents were in it so much, obviously, I was always going to be in it. It was natural for me to
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
So
nice.
you first started singing kirtan and bhajan, and then how did you proceed into Bollywood songs and all that?
So when they started, when there was Diwali functions and things like that, we would do
Okay.
some. Sometimes we do kirtan, sometimes we do some Bollywood songs, and
Hmm.
yeah, it just kind of progressed from there.
Okay.
And that was at the time when a lot of people would flock to Bollywood concerts. You get 500-600 people coming to
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good time. So it was at that time that we started organizing and performing these Bollywood concerts. So it was great. It was great for me. It gave me a lot of confidence growing up.
Hmm.
Having living in a Western society and having this absolutely completely other
Yes, of course.
Indian world where like the Western I was very shy, and in the Indian when I was on stage and performing like some confident person.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
what was the first equipment you played? Like music equipment? Which one was the first one? Did you start playing?
Ooh, equipment.
The first equipment or first musical equipment?
Probably
Was
was
it
the harmonium.
okay? Okay. And
Yeah.
did you formally train under some guruji, or did you just your parents teach you, or how did it work out from there?
Formally, I've been learning maybe for the last 6 7 years.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you've got a guru, or
I do have a guru. Yes, his name's
okay,
Harshvardhan. He resides in Canada, so I'm
okay.
learning at the moment.
Online. Okay, okay, okay. That's kind of cool. Now, those who don't know, I just have to reiterate. I'm using this word a little bit more. No words Sikham. So, those who don't know, Kavita resides in Melbourne, and she's born in bred in a full ball and bred Aussie. So, I loved a song that she's actually taken out, and I'll take out that song and play a little bit of that, and we'll come back to this. Okay, Kavita?
Okay.
धीरे 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 ये लड़का हाय अल्लाह कैसा है दीवाना कितना मुश्किल है तौबा इसको समझाना कि धीरे धीरे दिल बेकरार होता है होते 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 प्यार होता है ओ ये लड़का हाय अल्लाह कैसा है दीवाना कितना मुश्किल है तौबा इसको समझाना कि धीरे धीरे दिल बेकरार होता है होते 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 प्यार होता है ओ ये लड़का हाय अल्लाह कैसा है दीवाना हमने तो इतना देखा हमने तो इतना सीखा दिल का सौदा होता है सौदा जिंदगी का हो हमने तो इतना देखा हमने तो इतना सीखा दिल का सौदा होता है सौदा जिंदगी का मिलते ही कैसे कोई होता है दीवाना कितना मुश्किल है तौबा इसको समझाना कि धीरे धीरे दिल बेकरार होता है होते 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 प्यार होता है ओ ये लड़का हाय अल्लाह कैसा है दीवाना कितना मुश्किल है तौबा इसको समझाना कि धीरे धीरे दिल बेकरार होता है होते 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 प्यार होता है ओ ये लड़का हाय अल्लाह कैसा है दीवाना धीरे 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 धीरे
Now that's got a really nice groove to it, Kavita. How did you get this done? And look, tell me the inception about this song.
Well, when we were making this song, we were actually in a very, very intense lockdown. This was last year, and
Okay, okay.
yeah, so we were kind of just looking at an outlet. We had all our gigs at the time got cancelled, and
Hmm.
we had nowhere to perform. So we were just trying to think of something that we could do that was different. And we didn't want to do any sad songs. We wanted to do something that was uplifting and fun, just to make people, just cheer people up a little bit. Um, so that's where the idea came for this track, and just to remix it and do a song that people are very, very familiar with, but just doing it in a way they hadn't heard before. So
So who
yeah.
did the music part of this?
Well, my husband arranged it all. So he's like the mastermind behind all of my
Also,
songs.
he made all the music. He created all that.
He does all the music.
Wow.
He does all the recording and the editing and even
Wow.
the camera work behind the
So
scenes.
it's all in-house. I thought it was done professionally. Wow, nice.
No, not at all. I mean, it
Wow,
is.
nice. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Thank
I
you.
saw some of the shots near your house, so I thought, okay, हाँ घरे करी से, and some things I can pick it out. But nice,
Yeah.
nice work. Congratulations for that. I thought कि
Thank
कोई
you.
गोरा वरा के हाया करा होगा आप लोग म्यूजिक
No,
म्यूजिक बनाए के.
no, at the time we had no outlet but just to do it ourselves.
So everything is done by your husband.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. It's I have to congratulate him, thanking a big thank you because हमें लगा कोई गोरा से कराया जा रहा है. Because I thought, oh, they're spending a lot of money and the production looks really good actually. And I must keep on doing it because hey, come on, that's really good, and especially the music and the way it's arranged. The look, I do recording as well, so I keep a tag on people who records and who creates and who mixes and masters, and especially a track like this. I create tracks like that. That's why I was very intrigued, and I thought Kavita se पूछेगा who's actually done the music. Congratulations for that. It's really wonderful. So keep
you.
on doing that, and I suppose don't let the lockdown put you down.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll try. We're definitely
Yeah.
trying. It's a little bit hard with the toddler running
Yeah.
around.
How old is she
Literally,
now?
she's 2. We,
Okay.
we have to do it when she's sleeping, or I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
babysit her while I'm recording. So it
Yeah.
gets a bit hard to shuffle
So
around.
so do you do a bit? Have you picked up a few things from Oman?
Yep, I definitely have. So I can try.
Yeah.
I do my own recordings now. So I'm
Yeah.
learning how to
Okay.
use the Ableton system to just
Wow.
my
Now,
recordings in.
as today's technology is improving very much, and in Australia, a lot of people have access to certain technologies. What would be your advice to those people who are wanting to learn music, wanting to sing, or wanting to pursue them? They have this little itchiness in their body. They want to do music. What's your little advice, for them?
Well, I think, I mean, especially people from Fiji, I find that in my experience, a lot of people are very, very naturally talented, especially from Fiji, I've noticed. And I think all they need is just that little bit of fine tuning in their voice. And I think if they can find somebody to learn off online, can't find anybody within your, your city,
Is it
then
expensive online teaching, online lessons?
not at all. No.
Okay,
Very,
okay.
very, very affordable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not expensive at all, but the lessons that you get, it enriches you in so many ways, like even in lifestyle ways, and humility, and
Yeah.
how to deal with life. It's so enriching. So I would give that advice, that if you want to be serious about it, or even if you want to do it as a hobby, I think you should definitely feed that.
Definitely
And
pick up something. No, do you particularly reckon they should use any equipment or something at least to tune the voice or something? What do you normally use? Do you use one of those tanpura or something?
yes, I do use
You,
Tantra. Yeah.
okay.
Actually, I don't know if you know, but my husband has like a series of apps that he has
Okay. Okay.
picked up in the Indian music industry.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
One of them does have the Tanpura on there. So
Yes. Yes.
Tabla Studio and Lera Studio.
Yep.
And got the Lera on there, and they've got the Tampura. So if you just play the Tampura on the pitch that you want to practice,
And it's cheap, isn't it? It's a couple of bucks. You buy it on an app on your phone, and then you can sit in the toilet and hum it away.
you can practice
It's
anywhere.
yeah.
So, in the car, in the shower, wherever.
Yeah. Now, tell me, you started into singing and getting up on the stage. Do you remember the first time you hit the stage? Share that moment with us today. The first time you went on the stage, something happened. A little moment that happened that stands out in your world till today.
Well, I think I was very nervous that day. I was You mean my very first performance that I
Yeah,
had?
your very first performance. Yeah.
Well, I think that was the start of all performances. So I must have loved it while I was on stage. Obviously, getting there, it's like anything hard that you do in life, right? Getting there was the tougher part because in your mind, you're so nervous,
Yeah.
anxiety, everything. It's like
With
going to the
anxiety.
gym. You don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to go, but then when you get there, you're so glad that you went.
Yeah. Did you start walking around behind the stage, left, right, and getting your lyrics out and all that, all the nervousness, shaking your hands, and
I had
clacking your fingers?
chewing gum in my mouth.
A bit of relaxation there, way, no?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, get the chewing gum out of your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Mom was saying, take it out, take it out. Yeah, it's kind of wonderful experience because first time when there's people watching and the audience are sitting and they're all watching. It's like they've got the whole guys ready to break you apart. Now,
right.
as a musician, now that you've accomplished yourself, and you're still learning and taking out songs, as a musician, what would be the best word or best share or advice you would like to give to anybody out there that would like to come on stage? There's a lot of people singing karaoke's, a lot of people singing karaoke's, and some are really get good singers and good musicians out there, and you see them on social media these days. What would be your nice advice?
Well, I think one of my advice would be that if you are thinking about going on stage, one of the things that makes you very nervous is when you compare yourself to others. So if you're thinking about, oh, that person sounding really good, I don't know if I'll be able to match up to them, or that's one of those self harm sort of thoughts that you have that you shouldn't do, because your
Yeah,
own style is what makes you different, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you just go out there, you just be confident with it.
yeah,
That's the thing. And I think with confidence comes the fact that you've practiced, you've rehearsed, you've
yeah.
sung the tanpura, or you've had classes with somebody. All of that builds confidence in your singing. So
And what's your genre? What sort of style do you like? Do you like kirtan and lok geet or harmonia bajai and all that stuff, or what do you prefer?
I prefer. I love ghazal. So for me,
Okay,
I love
sort of a
listening.
semi-classical, semi.
That's right. Yeah. But I love Bollywood too. Bollywood's ingrained in me since I was very little. So
Yeah,
I listen to Bollywood music
yeah.
24/7. It's good. But singing and playing, I love playing harmonium and practicing with Aman on tabla. That's my
Now,
happy.
Kavita, you're a very shy girl. I've met you also. You're a very shy girl. Very, very, very in your cocoon. Now, when you had to take that shot, when you had to take your hair out, how was the feeling back then?
Which shot? Which one are you talking
There
about?
was a shot where you're taking your hair out and unfolding your hair. You're looking like, did someone tell you, hey, aise nikalo, aise nikalo?
Um, yeah, I'm not sure. You're right. It took me a long time to get out of
The
to get
comfort
into
zone.
the moment, yeah, where I could do that kind of thing. But the
And
good thing,
facing the camera, I suppose, Aman on the other side, you probably felt more comfortable.
I was just about to say, I had Aman as a photographer, so he made me feel more comfortable. Whereas if I had someone else, I wouldn't be that
Yeah,
confident.
wouldn't be as open as I suppose, yeah. Yeah, someone's made a lovely comment. I'm actually funny. Now she can say, behind every successful woman, there's a good man.
That's
you know,
that's true. And look, it
yeah,
doesn't have to be man. It can be
women,
supportive person, whoever it is in your
partner.
household, or your parents, or your partner. That's right. As long as they are supportive and willing to kind of like put up with you. Like
Yeah,
if they have the music themselves, like as long as they can understand that you got to practice, that you got to take time out to do video clips and help you out with certain things. That takes a lot for someone that's not in
yeah.
music. Understanding and supportive, it means the world. Like you can get so much done.
So, do you in the middle of the night or before you go to bed in the middle of the night, Aman's playing tabla on his tummy, like, and then you are humming a beat or humming a song. Do you compose things like that? Since you work together, since you fit in really well, like a lock and a key. He's a musician. He plays it, and the main thing is an instrument that he plays, and he gives you the timing and says, "Let's do this kind of thing." Does it? Do
Yep.
you guys create anything in the middle of the night or early hours? Hey, Toto, wake up! I remember this tune.
maybe not so much because you
Yeah,
don't get that much sleep anymore because of this little one. But
yeah, yeah,
definitely like during the day or even at night after G has gone to sleep,
yeah.
and it's really good because if he's working out a tihai or something on tabla, then I can help him and I can sing just so he can work
Yes,
it out and play it. Or
yes.
if I have to work out something on how to sing a certain part, even with classical music, he can help me work out those beats to be able to get there. So we
Yeah.
help each other in that way. Yeah.
Now, who's your like which singer are you a big fan of, like male or female? And let's hit Bollywood, old singers, new singers. Who's your favorite out there?
Bollywood, I would say Shreya Ghosal and obviously Lata Mangeshkar.
Lata Mangeshkar.
Ghazal, I love Mehdi Hasan ghazals.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
COVID is at the moment, it's high, and if Lata Mangeshkar sends you a ticket, would you still go?
Yes.
Yes, of course you'd go. Yes. Okay, let's move ahead with the program. I'd like to play another song which you've redone with your husband, I believe. All these songs that you've done. It's a wonderful song. Let's hear it a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। न कोई है न कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम मगर अंधेरों में ना छोड़ना मेरा हाथ। वो चांदनी जब तक रात देता है हर कोई साथ, तुम मगर अंधेरों जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। तुम देना साथ मेरा, ओ हमनवा। 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 हमनवा।
I just love that rendition in the end, Hum Nawab, that harmonics and the rendition that you did in the end. How did you manage to come through that? That's like, did you create it on yourself or?
Yeah. I mean, it's just the mood of the song, right? And I was
Yeah,
just trying to hum the tune, and
yeah,
yeah, it just came along.
yes. It's nice. It's wonderful, and it's really good.
Thank
Now,
you.
so what made you turn into music other than like ballet dancer, for example? Why music?
Well, like I said, I think music was ingrained in me since I was little, and even though I tried to escape it while I was growing up, I think
Mm-hmm.
I always came back to it as something that I identified with. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that's always been a part of me, and I think the decision to go and do it a bit more seriously came after I got married to Aman. So I
Mm.
think once we got together, then we realized that yes, music is a very important part of our lives, and we want to put this as our main focus.
Mm.
So
Mm.
most people I think would they focus on their careers and stuff like that, and for us, this is what we focused on for the last
Mm-hmm.
15, 20, 15 years.
And
So
do you write music yourself? Like, do you compose any special original songs coming out? You reckon? You working
yeah,
on it?
I'm hoping to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not fantastic at it, but I'm hoping to collaborate with a few lyricists in the future and come up with some new stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's always something is always happening. Yeah.
always, always. Yep,
And
there's always
do you collaborate with other musicians around the globe in that sense? Do you talk to them? Do you chat on music?
shadow music. Yes, we do. And I think definitely since COVID has happened, that's happened a little bit more because we normally you have those artists that come and visit Melbourne and you get to
Mm-hmm.
go to concerts and spend time with them. But obviously, since that's not happening, we kind of in contact with them and have been collaborating with them. You've seen some of my clips. We've collaborated with
Mm-hmm.
Beneath in US and
Yes. Yes.
Raj in India. So I'm hoping to collaborate with more people in Fiji as well
Yeah. Yeah.
in the next coming year. So that's going to be
So
exciting.
Aman is from Fiji as well.
He was
Okay.
born in.
Okay. Okay. He was born. You beat him. He was born over there. So he's more of a Fijian than.
Yeah, he came when he was 6.
Okay, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there's some unique names in Fiji that we always think, oh, okay, this guy's from India or this girl's from India. But Kalyan, I think there is a very small family of Kalyans in Fiji.
I think so. Yeah, I think the Kalyan name actually came when they came to Australia.
Ah,
Because
okay.
before that, I think it was done. So
Ah, okay.
sometimes they change names when they come to Australia. I think that's what happened.
Ah, okay, 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 okay. Is that why? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully some music would be in the pipeline, some wonderful music, obviously. And can you tell me, can you let's spill the beans out a little bit. Can you describe your worst experience and worst performance? Do you think you have had a worst performance on stage?
I have many. um, yeah,
Like, you came out and thought, oh, hang on, I bumped that song. I didn't do it well. I just made a
mm,
mistake here and there.
yeah, I do remember there was this one time that we did some Bollywood music
Mm,
for a small community
mm,
in like a hall, and I remember the audience didn't react as well as I would have hoped.
mm,
And I remember going backstage and talking to one of my peers,
mm,
and that was actually Pranil. His name's Pranil. He's also a singer, and I told him, I said, look, I don't think I did very well, and he said, oh, you know what, like that's just how it is with artists. Some days you do really well, and some days you don't. Like that's just
mm.
you can't beat yourself up over it. It's
Yeah.
just
So it was it was a great experience for you, I suppose, back then. And since then, you said, "No, I'm chewing nahi chapayega. I'm not gonna be chewing the chewing gum anymore."
yeah,
Eh,
that's right.
And
That really helped.
now, if you were given the opportunity, okay, Hollywood and Bollywood, okay, there's two woods I'm gonna take, Hollywood and Bollywood. If you were well, let's include Tollywood as well, okay, the Tamils.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only three woods over there, and Bullawood. Forget about Bullawood because nothing much is happening musically over there at the moment. If you're given an opportunity to collab with someone in Bollywood and in Hollywood separately, who would you pick? Pick one person. You can pick male and female as well, though. But in Bollywood, who would you like to collab with? There is on your prime list, like on your list, the first names that you would put. Who would you put?
Who would I like to collab with in
Or
Bollywood?
no, record or you work with the person or whatever.
Great question. Um, Well, I love Arjit Singh. I would love to collab with him. He's
Okay.
an amazing singer.
Yeah. He's
Um,
got so much energy on the stage, so you have to put up with that.
but you know who else I absolutely love from Bollywood? Sonu
Yeah.
Nigam. He
Sonu
is,
Nigam. Okay.
yeah, I used to fall asleep to listening to his voice every night when I was growing
Yeah.
up. So
Wow.
to meet him and sing with him would be a dream come true for me.
Have you sung in with any of the Bollywood singers, by the way?
I have shared the stage with them. So
Yeah.
I've met and shared the stage with Kumar Sanu.
How did you feel? How did you feel? Were you nervous?
Yeah, I
Hey,
was.
picture. Take a picture. Take a picture.
Yeah, definitely. That was also a very out of body experience for me. Just
Hmm.
hearing his voice growing up and then being able to see him live in person
In
in front
person.
was one of those experiences that you can't measure when that's one of those gifts that you get when you're in music. You get to meet your
Yeah.
heroes sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Hollywood? Who would you like to collab over there?
Hollywood.
I mean, just, what would you be your style of music in English if you were given an opportunity?
Um Somebody like Nora Jones, maybe. I really would like
Okay.
her music.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not so much like with the commercial at the moment. And to be quite honest with you, I haven't listened to Hollywood music in so
In
long.
ages. In ages,
Even
yeah.
commercial English music, I haven't been listening to. I'm so deep deep into Indian music. I listen to it
Yeah.
in the mornings, in the afternoons, at night, and practice with it. So I don't even get time to even turn the radio on and
Hmm.
hear what's going on.
Okay. Has been some wonderful English compositions. I suppose when you're in Hindi, you
Yeah.
basically listen to all the, uh, in, now, when you perform on the stage, do you look at anybody in particular? Like, when you're focused, yeah, when you're singing, do you concentrate on the song or do you concentrate on the audience that is sitting in the front? And some of them just go like this, and then they're watching at you, and then some of them are like this, watching at you. Do
They
you
have
do observe things like that?
they have all the judgment in their eyes, like you better sing
Yeah.
the song right.
Yeah.
um, well, I focus on the back actually,
Hmm.
and for me actually it's harder singing in front of a few people. Like say if it was at a puja or something, and you have like 20 people that are sitting
Yeah.
very close to you, and you can see
Yeah.
each and everyone's eyes.
Yeah.
That for me is harder than singing in a crowd full of 500-600 people where you can't see their faces so much,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and there's a greater chance of people liking your music, like
Yeah. Yeah.
so whatever you sing, hopefully it'll come through to some people sitting in the audience. So you just do your best. I usually look at the back and scan the audience, try to look at for people that I
Yeah.
know and wave to, that make me feel like
Do,
comfortable.
do you still do that? Like, sit in classical settings or kirtan or bhajan at home or families' homes and grab the harmonia and sing a belt out of a few kirtans? Do you still do that?
It's a very very normal thing for us,
Okay.
because
Okay.
our parents are very religious, so
Ah,
we have pujas. So Amin's parents are also religious, and we only had one
wow.
a couple of weekends ago. So we're always singing at pujas and kirtans, and we'll also have get-togethers where we play music and
Hmm.
just jam.
Can I ask you how you met Aman? Is it through music or?
Yeah, we did music together. So through the
Okay.
Bollywood concerts that we
Ah, okay.
yeah that we
Was he
grew
a
up.
shy boy? Was he a shy boy?
Yeah, he was. He
He
was
looks
shy.
like kind of shy kind of guy. He looks. So I think you two gel on well.
He's a reserved person. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Being a musician, I suppose he's very particular. Would you say he's very particular? नहीं ऐसे नहीं. You got to do this correctly. Does he make you do lots of takes?
बहुत जस्ती particular है.
Yeah.
हाँ, if I think हम कुछ record करेगा, and he will see it, and I'll think it's amazing, and
Yeah,
he'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, no, you have to do this again, and he's a perfectionist, but I think that
Okay.
really works for us. He's the reason why I can get out music, on the level
Yeah.
that I can, because of his meticulousness with
Experience
every
and
detail. Yeah.
and how long has he been doing music, by the way?
just as long as I have. Yeah, he learned tabla at a young age, but before that he learned mirdangam, and he used to live in Gippsland before that. So music there was even more scarce than it was here in Melbourne. So he used to drive 2 hours to come to have classes, Melbourne. Yeah, so he's very similar to
Okay.
me.
And what I was gonna say, I lost the thought over there, but I'll come back. Let's play another song which you collaborated with somebody,
Yeah.
and that would be something different as well, and that would be this song here.
हम तुमसे ना कुछ कह पाए, तुम हमसे ना कुछ कह पाए, हम तुमसे ना कुछ कह पाए, तुम हमसे ना कुछ कह पाए। लगता है डर ये बात ये दिल की दिल में न रह जाए।
हम तुमसे ना कुछ कह पाए, तुम हमसे ना कुछ कह पाए, लगता है डर ये बात ये दिल की दिल में न रह जाए।
हम तुमसे ना कुछ कह पाए,
तुम हमसे ना कुछ कह पाए।
Well, I was just too busy listening to that. I was busy listening to his tabla playing. You know, he plays amazingly over there.
Thank
How long has
you.
he playing? Has he been playing tabla?
He's been playing tabla since I've been singing.
And you can see he's a perfectionist.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so how did you guys manage to collab with this one here? Because Vineet lives in the US, I suppose, and the other guy who's playing the was it a what instrument is it? Sarangi?
Sarangi, yes.
Okay. Where is that guy located?
He's in India.
Okay,
Mumbai, I think. I'm not sure actually.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he recorded and sent the songs over to them or something for them to.
That's right. Yeah. So we kind of did the song structure together. Me and Vineet, and Vanraj did his part, and Aman did the tabla last, and then we collated it together. This was also during lockdown, so another time when there was not much music going on. And just for us, it's great to be able to connect with other people in other countries. And
Yeah. Vanith is also he loves semi-classical and Bollywood stuff. Mixed, just similar to what you like, I think.
he's actually a student of Ghulam Ali Saab. So
Okay. And how did you meet Vanith? Through Facebook or some other means? Or
just social media, yeah.
wow, okay. Because as I said, people pick out who's playing what and who's singing good and sort of a similar genre they like, and they get together and say, let's do collab something, which is nice, and something nice comes out of it, like that particular music. And using someone, I mean, look, once again, I have to say that the video quality is the production quality is so nice, the clarity of the music is so nice, which itself sells and sells it, and people when they hear it, they can see it's a very good production quality. Now, what's the best piece of advice a musician ever gave you?
Ooh. I'm trying to think.
I mean, any musician though, someone that would have given you an advice, would it be the best in
Advice.
experience, the best advice they gave you? Or, if you're learning from a Guruji or if you're learning from someone, basically a musician or some musician that you've been playing with in a band or something,
Hmm.
or at home, Aman, you never know.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to mention that I know we've talked a lot about Amin, but he is actually somebody that's very inspiring to me. So
Mhm.
he obviously gives me a lot of advice on music and what to do. And I think he's been the backbone for me to go and actually go out and get classes and
Mhm.
lessons and really try and improve in that way. And I think if
Mhm.
he hadn't given me that advice to go and do that, I wouldn't have done it and I wouldn't have improved. So I think you always need someone in your life to push you in that way.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
actually went out and found teachers for me and signed me up and connected me with his contacts that he got through his app
yeah.
work. So he's actively gone and done things for me to succeed in music. So he is, yeah, he's always giving me the best advice. So he did give me one bit that I can't remember at the moment. I'll
Mhm.
come back to it. I'll come back to it.
Okay, okay. And so you still eat chewing gum, or you've given off with the performance anxiety?
No, I've given up.
No more chewing gum, right?
No,
And
no.
your daughter, are you sort of you thinking of getting her into music as well?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We want to see what she's interested in, like whether it's singing or playing an instrument. But we'll definitely want to get her into some classes
Hmm.
as soon as we can, maybe in the next few years, and
Yeah.
just get used to the learning side of things. And yeah, that's very important to us. So
Now, earlier you mentioned Sonu Nigam. They say he's the god of chords. Someone so wrote it down over there. Now, he
okay.
practices about 3 hours a day himself, Sonu Nigam.
Mm.
What is it about Sonu Nigam's voice that you like?
I think it's his ability to invoke emotion.
Mm-hmm.
In those songs that he was singing back in the day, he was singing a lot of Bollywood songs, but the romance that came out of how he was able to in describe that in his voice, it was amazing. Like
Mm-hmm.
I I would love to be able to do that, like pronounce the words and sing them in such a
Mm-hmm.
way that just gets to you right here.
Yeah, yeah. So the tone, the particular tone that actually gets. So do you like romantic? What sort of songs do you like? Do you like romantic or sad songs?
I love romantic songs. I'm a romantic at heart.
Ah, so you
Yeah,
love romantic songs. That's
anything
great.
bad, I don't like. I don't like any
Now, if
different.
if I if I ask you to pick one romantic song, actually two, one from the yesteryears and one from the current years, which one would you pick, Kavita? Like a romantic song that was in your iPod or a little whatever you used in your school days that went round and round and round and round, like a merry-go-round.
Um, Let me think. Sonu Nigam songs.
Don't tell me what he sang a different genre of songs,
He
and
did.
yeah,
He
yeah,
had one
romantic
CD that
songs. I'm trying to think as well.
yeah, he had a CD that came out that had like album only songs, and I think it was called Janam or something like that, and
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
had album only songs on there, and that was on my
Is
CD
Kadar
player.
Pyar Hai and all that sort of songs came out, right?
Yeah, those kind of songs. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
remember him few songs on those songs as well. Yeah,
yeah, it was amazing.
yeah. And what about today's songs? Who touches your heart with a song and a romantic song from which film would you say, or what song would you pick up in today's era?
Arjit Singh is amazing.
Yeah.
Any song that he sings just touches the heart.
Mm.
I can't think of anything at the moment. I'm very bad at thinking on the spot with songs. But when they play, I said, yes, that's the one.
And I mean, if I ask you to pick Arjit or Sonu Nigam, who would you pick?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But I would have
Just
to
go
say
on the
Sonu.
voice. Go on the voice and the type of voice text that they have, the way
Yeah.
they sing songs. If you think about that one, and someone who touches your heart, bang on with every song.
Well, I think Sonu for me is the
He does
one.
the trick.
I mean, he's been there since I was young, so I have that
He's
emotion.
embedded. That's your little love, little romantic love.
But Arjit is a new age,
Yeah.
romance.
Have you seen Arjit's concert?
I didn't go this year.
Oh,
I mean,
you missed
I
it.
always
He's
came back
amazing. He's
for
amazing.
unlimited concert.
Yeah, I mean, in the new era, he is just amazing. He covers all the old song plus the new song, and the way he performs is just out of the league, I think.
Yeah.
And Sonu Nigam is like, he covers from the yesteryears of the old Muhammad Rafi, because he started singing Muhammad Rafi songs initially
Yeah.
then he came into Bollywood, and then of course he toured around the globe. But he's been in Australia for many shows, so that's a good catch. At least you've got a very good combination over there. What about Anu Malik?
And Malik,
Yeah.
he was alright. I mean, he had quite a lot of good hits growing
Yeah.
up. But yeah, he was okay.
And there's some really young musicians in Bollywood these days. The Anu Malik's, Dabu Malik's son, I just can't think of the guy's name at the moment. The very handsome looking young guy. They're both brothers. They have composed music for so many films. Ajay Devgan's one latest film.
Oh really?
Yeah. And they are just good. I don't know if you've heard them. They're young. They're pretty young. And they one of them guy really sounds like Sonu Nigam. I just have to... I just can't remember his name now, but he is... If somebody knows his name, they could write it in the forum. And just amazing. The two brothers create music together. And...
they must have had it surrounding them when the
Yes. Yes, very much surrounded by music. Now let's hear another song of yours, and that you have created with somebody, and I think we played. This is another song that I'm going to play. I'll ask you about this one. It's totally different, but let's talk about this after the song.
Okay.
जाने क्या ओ जाने क्या हो जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है नींद नहीं आती बड़ी लंबी रात है नींद नहीं आती बड़ी लंबी रात है जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है जाने क्या बात है नींद नहीं आती बड़ी लंबी रात है नींद नहीं आती बड़ी लंबी रात है क्या बात है, जाने क्या बात है, नींद नहीं आती, बड़ी लंबी रात है, नींद नहीं आती, बड़ी लंबी रात है, नींद नहीं आती, बड़ी लंबी रात
Kavita, that's a lovely rendition out there. You know that.
Thank you.
Can you
Glad
can
you
you
enjoyed.
can you can you revisit the making of this song? Can you revisit the production of this song? Share some light on this song. It's so wonderfully done.
I mean, we just loved this song, and we just wanted to kind of bring it back out into, the forefront. And I think a lot of people hadn't heard this song in a long time. Either they've never heard it or they hadn't heard it for a long time. I think we just wanted to show it in a different light. And I just have all these brilliant musicians around me. Vinodji, who lives here in Melbourne.
So the guy who played the flute is in Melbourne.
He is, yeah. He
Okay.
came and recorded the piece for us. He's a good friend of ours, and Aman practices with him regularly.
Yeah.
And Aman on tabla. So like we just thought we'd make something nice from this song and just recreate it. It's something that's more like my type of song from back in the day. This is the type of music that I like the most. Although it's not like completely commercial, it's not maybe a song that a lot of people may not even recognize. Even if they were from that era, they might not remember it. But for me, just the song and the lyrics and the tune is amazing. So yeah, it
Okay.
was really fun to reproduce
Really
it.
fun. And you produced, you shot this all around your home. I can see the microphone, and I'm looking into that microphone. I say, hey, this guy's using that one. So it's all shot indoors, indoors, I believe, huh?
It was all shot in-house at our house.
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
in Melbourne.
And how long does a production like this take? Like from the day it's incepted that we are going to do this song. How long does it take?
Few months.
Few months. It's a lot of hard work, eh? A lot of late nights, trying to put the song together.
That's
and
right.
pieces together.
Yeah. And
Now-
sometimes the first or second recording doesn't work out, and you have to do it over and over again. Sometimes.
And being a perfectionist husband you have over there, he must be going through. So has he professionally learned the music, Aman, or is he just like learned by ear?
No, he has. He went to India to learn tabla.
Wow.
Yeah, now he's learning of one of the world's greatest tabla players, Ustad Tariq
Yeah.
Khan.
So he reads music as well, or does he just learn tabla?
No, music is not Indian music. Not so much read. It's with classes with your guruji. So he obviously has classes with his teachers, and he's learning. And,
So do you guys, both of you, do you mix together the Western music as well, or just purely Hindi?
Well, we try to add something different.
Some element to it.
Yeah, just something just to make it a little bit more catchy.
Yeah. Because once he's producing it, I suppose he's producing it by himself, playing himself everything, and putting pieces together. I believe, and every piece is put together. So he must have that vast knowledge as to how I put this piece together.
I think these days, if you want to do something like this, you have to be a little bit of an all-rounder. Like you have to know how to do mixing, and you have to know how to record and edit, and be able to put things together. And it's a little bit of a hard game these days. To be able to
Look, Yeah, it's wonderful how you guys are putting these things together, and I'm glad that I've spoken to you because people do need to reach out and get an insight as to how the productions are done. And I'm sure somebody would reach you and say, "Hey, Kavita, help me! I've written this song. Would you like to do a song with me or something?" No, I'm sure people are listening, and down the road they'd be wanting to record some of a song, I suppose. Now, what if someone reaches out to you? I suppose you have to assess it with the current position and production as to what you're doing before you
Hmm.
barge into any other. Reaching such a caliber, then if someone just off the cuff says, "Hey, come and sing," it'll kind of be different, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we're very open to
Suggestions.
writing with anyone. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not like that. I mean, I think music is one of those things you will get something new from everyone that you work
yeah,
with.
yeah.
It doesn't
Look,
matter.
I'm gonna put you onto the spot, and I like to put musicians on spot. Especially after you have got so many years of experience, and I've got two things to ask you. One is that
Okay.
song is a lovely rendition. I don't know, I'm not a classically trained singer or a musician for that matter, but I don't know what you call him. Whatever you did, क्या उसको मुर्की बोलते हैं, whatever. What do they call them?
Alap.
Alap. Okay, can you belt a little bit out for us? That part was, and then I'll ask a question in respect to that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, here we go. You can sing the song a little bit as well.
It's okay. Oh, okay, sure. जाने क्या बात है, जाने क्या बात है, जाने क्या बात है, जाने क्या बात है, नींद नहीं आती, बड़ी लंबी रात है, नींद नहीं आती, बड़ी लंबी रात है.
Kya baat,
That's
kya baat.
it.
Wonderful,
Bit
wonderful.
like
So, you must be spending time practicing those little pieces of alap every time, huh?
definitely, yeah, yeah, we do. We
Yeah.
did practice it on the harmonium and
Yeah.
try and get
See,
it
to an
right.
average person like me, they would say, "Hey, kya baat hai, you've sung so well." It's just amazing. It just blows you away. But when you go to the gurus, they pick out those little pieces and you go, "What? What did I do wrong?" Do you go through those things? They pick out all those little things that you can't see.
Actually, that's what I used to think. And definitely in the past, I have had gurus that have said, oh no, no, that note is not right. This note is not
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
These days, and definitely with the teacher that I have now, it's I don't think that they tend to focus on those little mistakes anymore. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like how does the overall sounding, and are you getting the general idea of the rag or the song that you're singing, like
Mm.
because to be that meticulous is, I mean, you can never be perfect. You can't ever have every note pitch perfect, even
Mm-hmm.
in recordings or performing. There'll never be anyone that you see that performs like that.
Mm-hmm.
So to say to somebody that no, 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 your one note was wrong there, sorry, do it again,
Mm-hmm.
is almost like, for me, feels like something that was done by people that may be a bit older, and
Mm-hmm.
not like that anymore. If you can sing a song and you can put across what you're trying to say in that song, and somebody can feel what you're
Mm-hmm.
singing, that is enough. Like, you don't need to sing every single note on pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion anyway.
Now, Kavita, the songs that you sing, I mean, being born in an Indian background, especially Fiji Indian background, and then, of course, born in Australia, you've got that little twang, the Aussie accent that comes with it.
Yeah.
And when it comes to singing classical or semi-classical or Bollywood songs, people are very particular in pronunciations as to how you perform
Mm,
or how you pronounce a word. Now,
sure.
share a little bit of experience on that form if you've gone through anything like that.
I mean, I have had people, message me and say, this word is not right the way you sang it, and you you do get a little bit disheartened when you get messages like that, because obviously it comes from the fact that I'm not fully inbred Indian. I've like you said, I'm a mix. I'm Fiji, I'm Indian, I'm Australian. So I'm always gonna have some sort of accent that comes in that's a bit different to a straight full bred Indian. So when you do get comments like that, it does get a bit disheartening. But I think what you've got to remember is that everyone's got different
Their own
opinions.
style,
You have to,
yeah.
you have to take that as constructive feedback, and put that on board in your next performance, whatever you if I'm recording next, then I really put that as important. Make sure that your pronunciation is right. And when you go to your teacher, you say, "Teacher G, my pronunciation is not right. Can you fix it?" Make sure you fix it, like, or at least try. Like, take it as constructive feedback, not something that people are trying to bring you down on.
Because unless you are specifically, a South Indian, then I mean, specifically your voices, or I'm not just particularly South Indian, but any other caste system that you pick up that have a different twang in the voice as far as pronunciation. I just thought you were born here, so got born and bred, and every day when you go to school, you've got that little Aussie accent of a going on there, mate, kind of thing, and then you're coming back home and kunji banaya mummy aaj kunji banaya, back to the Indian. Because I've got a friend who always picks up when I start speaking to a lot of Indians. They pick up and they say, "Hey, you've been talking to an Indian." I said, "Yes, I have been." I said, "How do you know?" "I don't know, but they pick up that you've been speaking Hindi." I said, "Okay, okay." So those little things, those little pronunciations are so important, I suppose, that a guru would definitely be able to pick up. But you've got a really polished voice. And how many hours do you practice a day?
I would like to practice more, but I would say maybe half an hour to an
Half an
hour.
hour. I try to get
I
everything
think
going.
we half an hour maybe on my own, and then like half an hour with Aman. Practice with
Now,
Aman.
tell me, why are you so passionate about music? Why are you so passionate? There has to be something that glues you to music. It's like grabbing you. It's like it's married to you. It's in your bones, in your system, in your nerves. Why is it so passionate? Why are you so passionate about music?
I think I found some sort of identity with it, because I found that it's the only thing that gives in life. It gives me, confidence to be who I am. It gives me an avenue to express myself, in a different way. And I wouldn't have that otherwise. Like, I don't have too many other things that I'm okay at doing. So, like, if I'm okay at it, then it's even growing up, it was the only thing that really, being in an Australian school, being Indian, it was,
Yeah,
I like you said, I was already very shy, and to have that other world where I could be myself, express myself through music, it
yeah,
really helped me get through. So
yeah.
I think that's how it is nowadays. It's just become a lifestyle for me. I don't think Aman and I, either of us, can really live without it. Yeah, so it's like a daytime routine, You wake up in the morning, you have your cereal, and you go and have a shower, you brush your teeth. For us, it's like you have to put on music, you have to practice music, you have to learn music, you have to do a clip, or you have to talk to people about music. You have to, when you arrange get-togethers, it has to be with people that like are in music, and we practice music together. It's like a lifestyle thing. So
So, do
kind of
you
stay.
surround yourselves with musical friends, like your friends that you have, that you sit with there or share a moment with, like go to a birthday party? Are you usually within that musical zone, like a
We
sitting with friends?
we are, yes. We have a lot of music friends here, so we do try to catch up with them a lot, and just
Are
be
they Fiji
around
based
them.
or India based? Most of
Not
them.
always. Some I'd say half and half
Okay.
from even half, like around the world, Indian, from India, Indian classical musicians, singers,
Yeah.
kirtan singers, um, yeah, just all types. A lot of people from Fiji, though. A lot of good musicians from Fiji that
In
even reside
Melbourne.
in Melbourne. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Very
That's
upcoming,
good.
talented people. So yeah.
Yeah. There's another guy, Sunil. I've heard about him. He's
Oh,
in Melbourne as well. He does some good productions as well.
okay.
SRR Music or something they've done.
Oh.
And so, who designed your logo and everything? You've got that little logo going on in an KK. It's like kind of unique.
Thank you. I got that made quite a few years ago.
Okay,
I
okay.
had a website and everything at that time when we were doing a
Yeah,
lot of performances and have
yeah.
up gigs and stuff. But at the moment, yeah, it's kind of not going. But yeah, just like that little logo so that people can recognize who's
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Look, it's been a great pleasure talking to you and getting insight from you and how you have been in music. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there would like to know who Kavita is. And if they'd like, do you have a page on social media separately or just a normal page?
Just my normal page, Kavita Kalyan.
Kavita
Yeah.
Kalyan KK. And if you want to grab some great numbers, any pop numbers you're working on at the moment?
I am working on a couple of pop numbers. At the moment,
Yeah,
there is one 90s track that I'm working on
yeah,
by Kumar Sanu. I don't know if you do want me to tell you the track or
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's
I'll,
okay. Keep it as
I'll
a
give you
secret.
a
It'll be
surprise.
nice when it comes out because otherwise people will be saying, sun liya gana.
That's
Yeah,
right. Huh?
it'll keep it as a surprise, and I suppose do send me that song when it's done. And all the best. Listen, it's been pleasure. And it's been great, and sharing an insight. And hopefully we'll collab one day when all this lockdown's over.
Of
And
course,
we've got a pending concert going on, which is still hasn't happened.
I know.
And since then, a lot of has been passed, and it's all in the pipeline. But nevertheless, it'll happen somewhere down the track. And being in music, so you have a good time. You look after yourself, and congratulations once again.
Thank you so
And
much.
all the best and keep in touch and regards to the whole family and the Kalyan family.
Thank you so much, and thank you for
And
having me on, and
that's
thank you
okay. You're
so much.
always welcome. And a nice piece of enclosure that you would like to share with people before you go. But would you like to say your lovely audience that have joined in today and anybody that'll be watching on YouTube and also on Facebook here?
Yeah, just thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me and all the love that I get on social media every time I post something, especially from people, from Fiji. You guys are the reason why we are, doing this. So anytime that you guys have any requests or anything, please send them through. I'm more than happy to, give them a try. And we are doing music for you guys, so. I hope you enjoy it and keep listening, keep sharing, and keep tuning into Param's show. You've got a beautiful show here,
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
I really appreciate you having me on today.
Lovely. You take care and all the best. And thanks for joining in, Kavita.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kavita and Kavita Kalyan. She lives in Melbourne, and if you're watching this feed afterwards, it's recorded. It goes on Facebook as well. Please do share this feed amongst your family and friends, and create awareness. And if you want to know more about Kavita Kalyan, hit up on her page. She's on Kavita Kalyan on Facebook, and do send a friend request. Thanks for joining in, and do tune in again on Fiji Indian TV, and do share it with your family and friends just to create awareness of that page so that we bring in more artists like this. We've got a number of artists that would like to talk to and bring in amongst you. So all the best. Stay safe. Keep tuned in on Fiji Indian TV. All the best. Bula Vinaka. Namaskaram. Namaste. And Sastekal. Thank you for listening.
Hold on.